We're ranking the top marketing channels, and by the end of the video, I'm going to give you the #1 channel that you should be on this year. First one up, we've got Reddit ads. I think Reddit ads are pure S tier right now. Why? One, it allows you to target like you've never been able to before, but also it's undersaturated. The costs are still low. We're seeing high conversion rates. A lot of people are going to Reddit in order to get answers to their questions in their buying journey. You can show ads to those people at the right time with your product. It's a win-win for everybody around. Cold emailing right now is not doing great. Is it completely dead? No, but are there things that you should be doing before it? Absolutely. Response rates have just dropped dramatically, and it's because it's oversaturated. Much like direct mail from several years ago, cold email is getting the same treatment. One of my favorites, community building. I'm going to put community building solidly in B tier, and here's why. It's effortful. It's going to take effort to run a community successfully. It's not going to be just easy breezy, win street to put in the time to manage and build the community. Kind of supports some other platforms, but I think that community building lives in B tier. One everyone's excited about, GEO. I'm going to put it in A tier, and here's why. It's not adopted enough yet. There is still a very small portion of people actually using AI on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to say, is it trending towards S tier? Absolutely. But I'm going to put it in A tier for now because I think there are still better things you can be doing right now than GEO. Speaking of things better than GEO, short form video, absolute pure S tier, 100%. It is so shareable. It lives on forever. It communicates things quickly. It answers questions. It's searchable. It's followable. You can put it on any platform. It is a fantastic way to outreach, and you can reuse it in your advertising. It is the best bang for buck in content that you can create today. LinkedIn ads, pure D tier, dog water. It is really tough to win in LinkedIn ads. There is only one situation where this moves up from D tier into maybe B tier, and that is when you have an ungodly amount of money to spend on it. If you can spend enough money to get to the people that are affected by your B2B business. But otherwise, LinkedIn sits in the D tier. Mega influencers also joining LinkedIn in D tier. Why? They are not worth the return on investment. Unless you are a Fortune 1000 company and you don't mind the marketing budget, you just want to be associated with a person, it is just not worth it. I have seen story after story of small business getting the courage up to get a mega influencer. They do the content. The mega influencer doesn't care if it works or not, but the small business doesn't ever seem to get a return on investment. So D tier for mega influencers. Meta ads going in the A tier, very reliable. A little bit more expensive than it used to be. That's okay. You can still optimize the crowd out of it. It has the biggest audience. It has the best reach. The people you want to engage with your brand, with your product, with your service are on a Meta product, whether that's Facebook or Instagram. So Meta ads going to stay reliably in A tier right now. Newsletter is an interesting one because newsletter is not cold emailing. It's warm emailing. And I think that warm emailing is actually A tier right now. People don't want to make new decisions. They already chose to work with a brand, to work with a service. They want to stay with it. But sometimes they forget. They have to be reminded of the value that the business, the service can bring to them. So newsletters are a fantastic way to just, even if they don't open it, nudge the thought back up in their mind, bring you back to the surface, and give you that opportunity when they're ready. I'm going to go newsletters in A tier. Podcast is another interesting one. I really feel like podcasts on their own is somewhere in like C tier. But if you can use your podcast in your newsletter, in your short form video, in your SEO, in your community building, it does come up to a solid B tier. It is a high effort thing, right? You've got to shoot it, you've got to edit it, you've got to ideate it, you've got to be consistent. It's tough. If you're looking for something that's going to be easy, don't pick this. But I'm going to put podcasts in B tier, potentially A tier if you are really working it though. All right, here's a fun one. Retail media platforms. So this is like running ads on Amazon or Walmart. I'm going to put this in A tier. I know people don't love running these ads, but the short version is they sell. They sell product. Assuming your product is within the bounds of your competition and the other products on the site, like you will sell product. So if you need to move product, Walmart, Amazon, these retailer specific advertising platforms, they win. They're never going to like absolutely blow you out of the water. You're never going to have a lot of great control on these platforms, but they are pretty dang consistent when it comes to marketing. All right, let's talk organic social. Where does organic social live right now? I think organic social lives in the A tier. We put short form video on its own in the S tier. So I'm going to put organic social in the A tier. Why? It's effort, it's work. You can screw it up. You can get bans. You can say the wrong thing. You have to use the platform. That's why having somebody who's actually physically managing the accounts, you're not doing it through a Hootsuite or a buffer or something like that, but actually getting in there and scrolling on the accounts. These are all parts of the experience. So it's not a free ride. Traditional SEO. So here's the interesting thing about traditional SEO. Technically, traditional SEO and GEO are functionally the same. They're the same practice, okay? But they are not perceived the same way. And there's some slight differences in like exact deployment of what you're doing. Like maybe we do 1 blog versus 3 blogs, stuff like that. So I'm going to put traditional SEO down in B tier. I think it's still really solid. I think that doing what you've been doing on SEO, if you've seen success in the past, is going to keep getting you success going forward. If you're not putting your eye on the prize of AI and optimizing for AI, it is going to hurt you in the long run, which is why I'm going to put it in B tier rather than anywhere else. Next up, let's go God tier. Right now, SMS is the most impactful direct marketing you can do. Building a relationship with someone over texting. It's so organic. It's so real. It's so raw. People love it. It's quick. It's a low impact on their lives. It allows you to get them to where they want to be very quickly. If I had a double S tier, I would be putting SMS in that. In my opinion, the number one thing you can be doing for your business right now. Social selling. If you have the ability to sell a product, specifically getting into TikTok Shop and other social selling spaces, I think is actually A tier. It is much harder to say no to a product that you see people interacting with and loving and wanting. There is a hype. There is a joy of being in on the group that owns and consumes a product. It's just part of the experience. And so social selling takes that concept of being part of the tribe and expands it into being part of the live tribe, being a part of the consumers of this particular thing. And so I think that social selling as a marketing channel is A tier. Long form videos. So long form videos is an interesting one because you can make the argument for just about any positioning on this board. And I'm going to make a specific case example here. Put long form videos in A tier. And here's why. The AI systems are actually using long form videos extensively for their knowledge base. They are consuming long form videos on the internet, particularly on YouTube, but there are other places that they're consuming long form videos as well. I think it's a super sleeper. I think if you pair this long form videos up with podcast and short form, you have a really strong like trifecta of content that reduces your overall load and allows you to output something really impressive. But long form videos, I think, is A tier simply for the fact that videos are consumable and AI is consuming them. And so they're going to be a good replacement in the new ecosystem for blogs as we've traditionally done in SEO. Programmatic advertising. If you don't know what programmatic advertising is, that's okay. If you've ever said something to your phone and then all of a sudden you start seeing ads for it, that's pretty much programmatic advertising that's doing that. This is going to be placements of ads on like websites, on the banners when you go there, but also on your Hulu, on your Peacock, on your Spotify, on your Pandora radio, a digital billboard. All of these are programmatic advertising. I think programmatic advertising really needs to go on this list twice. Why? Because by itself, programmatic advertising lives in D tier. If you're just doing that, you're going to really struggle. But if you pair it with Meta, with Reddit, with SEO, with email, with community, if you start pairing it with things, it starts coming up the list here. So this has the potential to be like borderline S tier, but I'm going to put it in B tier just because I know most people are going to screw this up and not do it right. If you know how to do programmatic, or you're using an agency that knows how to do programmatic in an omni-channel setting, this goes up to pretty much S tier, but we're going to put it in B tier for most people. Search ads. So Bing ads and Google ads. This is another one of those mixed bags, just like programmatic. Some people, they phone it in, and this is going to come in at D tier because you're not doing negative keywords. You're not doing day parting. You're not doing segmentation. You're not doing very small lists of keyword targetings. You're just bundling it all up and calling it a day. And if that's the case, if you're not going to put any time into it, it goes into D tier. The more time you put into search ads, this comes up until I think search lives in A tier. Why does search live in A tier? Because it's functionally a cheat code. People still use search. They're going to continue to search. Even if they don't click on your ad, they're going to see your brand, see you as an option in the field. It's putting you in there. It's getting attention. And then if you do get the clicks, they're usually from people who are ready to move forward, convert, buy, whatever it is. I think that search ads are a no-brainer add-in for your omni-channel strategy. All right, now, what do I think is the highest opportunity thing that you can do right now? Probably haven't thought about it, but it's social media SEO. I think social media SEO is so wide open from a concept that anybody can take advantage of this. What the heck is social media SEO? This is where we create videos that are designed to rank in social search. Why is this so important? 1 in 4 TikTok visits starts with a search. Instagram has very similar numbers. Also, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube Shorts, all of these videos can show up in a Google search. That means that the words you say in a video are effectively the same as building a blog post traditionally for SEO. And no one is doing this purposefully. 3 of my top performing videos by new views I put out in 2022. There is a lot of opportunity in social media SEO. And so that's why I'm putting it as my number 1 platform, just squeaking out SMS. Where do you agree? Where do you disagree? How would you change this list? What's missing from this list? Let me know in the comments and in the chat. And if you want help with any of this, you can visit my agency at finch.com. We do most of these things and we can do them for you. And we're very, very good at it.